Welcome to another edition of Let's Get Our Human Back Again with our host, Robyn Priest. And this one is going to be, well, let's just say, Robyn, I think this one's going to hit home, so to speak.
Thanks, Tracy.
Yes. So again, it's all about getting our own human feelings back, treating people like people, and just loving everybody for who they are and accepting everybody. So Robyn, once again, I am going to throw it over to you to talk a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today and introduce your special guest.
Hi, everyone. I'm really excited to be here again. I'm super excited that you've taken on this series of just let's get our human back on, because for me, it really is about let's be in conversation with people, let's hear their stories, and let's realize that so many people are dealing with things around their mental health. And some days it's great and some days it's not as good as it could be. And I think being able to have conversations and hear from people who have gone through some tougher times and are doing things to kind of give back to the community and support us all. And I just love the fact that we've got Jacob Kaufman today, who does some work with my company, Robyn Priest Live Your Truth, and is just one of those super real guys that just tells it how it is. So, Jacob, I want to throw it to you to just share some of who you are, some of what you've gone through, and what you're up to these days, because I think you're an inspiration.
Hi, thank you for having me. My name is Jacob Kaufman, and I am the director of Common Sense for Robyn Priest Live Your Truth. And the reason I took that title is because I just have a common sense way of dealing with people. I look at people as people. Yeah, so I live in Winnipeg now. I'm originally from Vancouver. Where to begin? I grew up in the foster system in the mid 80s and early 90s in BC, and it was not a very pleasant experience. Back then, there was children had no voice in care. And I know we hear horror stories about today, but it's gotten a smidgen better. It was just misery. I was taken to a foster home that had very deeply religious beliefs, and I was I was beaten because I didn't follow those beliefs. Everything about me was stripped away, and the foster parents tried to reprogram me to be what they wanted, and I wouldn't have any of it. I eventually ran away from home when I was young. I ended up on Hastings Street and Granville Street in downtown Vancouver, where I became a heroin addict and worked as an underage sex worker, child sex worker. From there, one day, I was just looking at myself in the mirror and I decided I'm going to die. I can't do this. I was 20 years old and I decided that's enough. So I packed up everything and moved to Winnipeg. And from there, I ended up at a homeless shelter. I went through detox. I went through their transitional housing program. I've clawed my way up for the past 21 years, and I'm here to help people now. And it's great being here. I love Winnipeg. What I do now is I'm a peer advocate. I work with the community, the homeless community, the unsheltered community. I get them what they need. I get them what they want. I listen to them. I'm there for them. It's about treating people like people. And what I mean by treat people like people is tear down all the barriers that we have when we work with people, when we interact with people, even when we talk to people. It's treat the person that you walk past that's begging for change on the street, just treat them like you would your best friend. The key to helping the situation that we have here in the city and across the world is, in regards to homeless people, is just treat them like people. Treat them the same as you would your best friend. Yeah.
Hey Jacob, we actually developed a little workshop for you to kind of have discussions about that, called Understanding Homelessness, Treating People Like People. And we run that about once a month now, where Jacob gets to share his experiences and share what he's doing on a daily basis. But I want to say one of the things for me is you're just real when you talk about your experiences. Like, it's sometimes we get into these PC discussions when we're sharing, and I think one of the things I love about you, yeah, I can see your face. One of the things I love about you is you just say it how it is, and I think that's the beauty when I want to talk about peer support and people sharing is like, you can't BS a BSer. So you can have these different conversations. So yeah, I was thinking about that while you were talking, that I love that about you. And that's why having you as the director of Common Sense, because I think that's what it is. It's common sense, just being with people.
It's what it is. In my experience, it is the best way to communicate with people is to walk in. Don't look at what you see with your eyes. Don't look at gender, nationality, any of the social constructs. Look at them as just people, and just don't BS people. Be frank, be honest. You know what? Drop the PC sometimes. Swear a little in your interactions. You know what? It just, this PC world we live in, it creates a bubble around us, especially in the helping field. And being a peer advocate, it allows you to back up what you say. So you don't walk into a situation and just, like you said, just be PC and BS people, because they're going to know, and you're not helping anyone if you do that. I have hope for everyone.
Jacob,
And
yeah. Oh, sorry.
oh, no problem.
Sorry. So much of what you say is so true. So I want to kind of maybe get your spin on things right now in the middle of COVID and the pandemic, isolation, and homelessness is a very, very big problem. And especially when it's like minus 40 outside. How can we start the ball rolling and helping these people?
The best thing I can suggest is to walk by someone. When you see someone asking for something on the street, say hi. What's your name? I have a loonie. Oh, I don't have any change. Kate, you know what? How are you today? Just open up the conversation. Also, don't look at people as hopeless. They're not hopeless. No one's ever hopeless in this world. It's in the back of our heads always that there must be something better. And when we decide, that's when we're going to thrive. So in this field, in the helping field, in the homeless field, we look at it as, what can we give this person to make their life better? And we do not look at what is this person trying to say that will make their life better. So self-determination is key. Honestly, just talk to people. That is 100% what I can say. Just talk to people without barriers, without fear, without any preconceived ideas about people on the street. Mm-hmm. It'll blow your mind, the amazing conversations you have with people.
And how did you meet Robyn?
I started my job at Main Street Project year and a bit ago, and I took Robin's course, and from there we've just formed this amazing friendship and partnership, and I'm very excited to see where it goes in the future.
Wow. What do you say to that, Robyn?
Um, I think I lead this very, very privileged life. I run these courses and I meet these phenomenal people. Um, the one of the other people we were talking to today, Jana, someone else we're going to talk to, Amanda, Jacob, these, and many, many others that we won't get to have a conversation here. And we just create these bonds of, we maybe haven't gone through the same stuff, but we've gone through some experiences of stigma and discrimination because we stand up and go, hello, I have a mental health issue. And being able to have the conversations just creates a camaraderie ship that it's hard to describe to maybe people that haven't gone through some of those things. And I just see people shine in those courses when they get that they're awesome, regardless of the circumstances. They're just awesome. And so I have this great job of saying to people, what do you want to do in this world? Let's go after it and do it. And Jacob's a great example. He's now running this course with us. He's running some of the peer training with us and bringing his expertise of living on the streets and previously being addicted to heroin and getting to a place where, even when he thinks about it, because there's tough times, we've chatted, I hope that's okay to say that, Jacob, we've chatted lately about, I just feel like doing this again, and being able to be in these amazing conversations that, Jacob's like, yeah, I don't want to go back there. I might feel like it, but I'm not going back there. And this is how I can share with the world and make a difference. And I think it's just supporting people to, everyone's amazing. Everyone has these amazing strengths and skills. And like sometimes people just don't see it for themselves. And having a chat can have someone see that for themselves and change the trajectory of their life.
Wow. Jacob, I just want to ask you too, you're married, correct, and have a family?
I am, yep.
So, hey, I mean, that's like, the happiest ending to, to a story. But before we go and to wrap things up, what do you want to do in the future to show your Oh, beautiful. What? Yes, amazing. So what do you want to say to them? And what kind of future do you hope to build for them?
Man, I tell you, truth is, I shouldn't have the wife and kids and the home. I should have been dead and a statistic years ago. I just want my daughter to do what she's doing. She wants to follow in my footsteps in helping people, and it's just thank you. I just want to say thank you to both Kelly and Kenzie. Thank you for just giving me everything.
Aw. Well, we all thank you, Jacob. It's a wonderful story, and we wish you and your wife and your daughter all the happiness and all the best. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you, Robyn, as always. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, everyone. See ya.